the Honorable DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, our undersecretaries, and all the officials and personnel of the Department of Science and Technology, honored guests and partners, and of course, to our micro, small, and medium enterprises who are with us today. Good afternoon to all of you. I'll be presenting to you the Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program 4.0 as one of DOST's major initiatives intended to ensure a viable economy and society as we progress into the future. Setup is our banner program for assisting our MSMEs. We started this way back in 2002, and we focus our attention towards providing firm-level assistance in order to upgrade the product and process technologies of our micro, small, and medium enterprises. Realizing, however, the need to address constraints that affect the entire industry, we shifted to Setup 2.0. This provided a more focused industry approach and initiated the development of industry S&T roadmaps. In the past 2 years, however, the emergence of Industry 4.0 have considerably accelerated. New and disruptive technologies, such as the Internet of Things or IoT, big data analytics, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, robotics, new materials, additive manufacturing, cloud computing, and a lot more have become mainstream technologies, not only in the manufacturing and industry sectors, but as well as in the service sector. Furthermore, the COVID-19 pandemic changed business and industry through shifts in consumer preferences, a decrease in people's mobility, changes in production operations, and very significant disruptions in the supply chains. Of course, climate change, globalization, migration, and urbanization remain to become challenges still being faced by our MSMEs. In response to these developments, DOST saw fit to immediately level up the implementation of Setup. Thus, in a few moments, we will be implementing Setup 4.0. Amidst the challenges, the program supports the vision of an innovative, resilient, sustainable, and globally competitive MSME sector. Setup 4.0 aims to transform our MSMEs into smarter MSMEs through the strategic themes that is being shown. Smarter, of course, is an acronym. S stands for Sustainable Economy, M for Market Competence, A for Able Human Capital, Responsive S&T Support Infrastructure, Technology and Innovation, Enterprise Support, and R for Resiliency and Continuity. The first four are actually industry-level strategies, while the remaining three are enterprise-level strategic areas. Our industry-level strategies are really the building blocks of a strong innovation ecosystem. Sustainable economy reflects our development aspirations. Setup is really a program that intends to generate decent work, alleviate poverty, foster economic growth, develop our industries, and foster a very good innovation climate. But in order to come up with a sustainable economy, there should be market viability for our MSMEs. And so, among others, we intend to aggressively assist our MSMEs in the area of e-commerce. Before COVID-19, DOST had already established the DOST One Store, which has really assisted a lot of our micro and small enterprises. Under Setup 4.0, we will do much more so that our MSMEs can already become mainstream users of electronic or digital platforms, particularly in terms of marketing their products and services. Another critical building block is our human capital. Some studies show that millions of jobs can be displaced by advances in artificial intelligence, in automation, as well as robotics. But this can be offset if we are able to upskill our workforce and move them up to higher competencies. Finally, we also need to provide our MSMEs with the various needed support, such as appropriate policies and development plans, S&T facilities, such as specialized research centers, innovation and knowledge hubs, technology business incubators, among many others. We also need to develop and deploy innovative service delivery platforms that will allow us to provide our technical assistance efficiently and effectively. Even before we have COVID-19, DOST has already transitioned into digital platforms for its various services. Among these is OneLab, which is a virtual network of DOST and other partner laboratories that function as just one service provider. OneExpert, on the other hand, is a virtual hub for accessing consultancy and training services of technical experts, accredited private sector consultants and academic consultants, as well as technical personnel of DOST. The enterprise level strategies are intended to prepare our MSMEs to higher level technological developments, and the more advanced ones will be prepared for Industry 4.0. New technologies and innovations will be provided to our enterprises. Technological, digital, and other critical support will be provided through technical and consultancy services. This will ensure the continuous improvement of products and processes of our enterprises. Furthermore, the program will provide access to and assistance on digital infrastructure to help our enterprises improve their operations as we transition towards Industry 4.0. The program will likewise give support on disaster preparedness and business continuity planning to ensure their business resiliency. We intend to categorize our MSMEs in terms of the level of their development. This is a core strategy for Setup 4.0. Although Industry 4.0 is our main motivating factor, we do recognize that majority of our businesses are still in the early stages of development. A lot of them are just starting to transition from manual operations to semi-mechanization, and we cannot leave them behind. As such, there will be 4 categories. The first one is what we refer to as a startup enterprise, a newly created enterprise aiming to commercialize an innovative product or service. Next will be the developing enterprise, which is characterized as having basic operations and facilities. Then we have the growing enterprise, an enterprise with a stable or growing market, but there is a need to further improve productivity as well as product quality. And finally, we have the expanding and innovating enterprise, which has already a viable and expanding market. It has well-developed operations and facilities. There is emerging use of digital mechanical systems. And most importantly, there are opportunities for higher level technological operations, particularly the adoption and commercialization of Industry 4.0 technologies. The assistance provided for this category is based on the level of development of the MSMEs. For the startup enterprise, a startup assistance will be provided. Meanwhile, for a developing enterprise, we have the step-up assistance. For a much established company, higher level assistance will be given. A growing enterprise can avail of the scale-up assistance, while an expanding and innovating enterprise can avail of the surge-up assistance. As you can already notice, the higher the development level of the company, the higher will be the technological support that will be given by the program. Let me emphasize that Setup 4.0 aims to continuously nurture the growth of our MSMEs in order to lift them up from their current status. The program will support and assist MSMEs in upgrading their technologies in order to survive disruptive forces. This will help our enterprises to become more resilient and adaptable to myriad changes happening around them and in society as a whole. Let me end my presentation by showing to you a short video of how Setup 4.0 intends to transform our MSMEs into smarter SMEs, ready for Industry 4.0, ready for the world. Thank you very much.
This is Anna, this is Dave, this is Philip, and this is Grace. Anna has an innovative idea with market potential, but she needs help to take this idea off the ground. Dave, on the other hand, has a developing enterprise with basic facilities and operations. His market is growing, and he needs help in meeting the needs of his clients. Philip has a growing enterprise with established processes and standards. Philip wants to further improve their product quality and productivity. Grace has an expanding and innovating enterprise. Grace needs help in setting up digital mechanical systems and higher level technologies. 4 enterprises with 4 different development needs. Are they ready for Industry 4.0? Can we help them survive the challenges posed by globalization, climate change, and the pandemics? Yes, we can! Introducing Setup 4.0. With Setup 4.0, SMEs will be transformed through smarter. S is for sustainable economy. M, market confidence. A, able human capital. R, responsive S&T, support infrastructure. T, technology and innovation. E, enterprise support. R, resiliency and continuity. These 7 strategic themes encompass both industry and enterprise level implementation based on their needs. Anna will be provided with startup assistance. Dave, a developing enterprise, will be assisted under Step Up. Philip, with his growing enterprise, will be assisted under Scale Up, while Grace, whose enterprise is ready for Industry 3.0 and Industry 4.0 technologies, will be assisted under Surge Up. 4 development needs, 4 assistance packages, 4 future global leaders. This is Setup 4.0 with its vision of an innovative, resilient, sustainable, and globally competitive SME sector. Call or visit your nearest DOST office now.